I felt like at times in that match we played well enough to win. We just didn't really seem to get in a rhythm at the start. Missed too many spares. Pretty uncharacteristic of us as a group, so it's sort of disappointing in that regard. But I think you got to give Arkansas a lot of credit. Arkansas State, they threw a lot of pretty good shots. They carried. Their 2 and 3 were really good. Sort of just kept the hammer down to us, and we just didn't really respond very well.
So, Coach, you have a very experienced team. You've been through a lot, obviously, through the season and last season, and a lot of student athletes that have come back. How do you smooth that out? How do you you said you were a little bit up and down. How do you smooth that out going into the next round?
I think it's interesting. We talked a little bit at the end. We'll talk more when we come back. Everything that we still want to attain is in front of us. Last year McHenry lost the first match. They won the national title. 2019 we lost the first match, lost in the NCAA final. So everything is still possible. You just have to you have to stay present. You can't get too far ahead of yourself. And I think if we can do that, then I think we can execute at a pretty high level. The shot is playable. We've got lots of people with looks. We just have to make sure that we are, in a position to be successful.
What's the attitude of yourselves and your teammates trying to bounce back this afternoon?
We're definitely going to get some food and regroup. We had an early morning this morning, as we usually do, but it's just part of our routine. And so just falling back on that and realizing that this is all a part of the process, and it's how we grow, it's how we learn. That'll be a really helpful mindset going into the next set. And as long as we remain positive and confident in everything that we've done so far, then I think we'll come out on top.
I also think that, especially with our team, we put in the work, we know what we have to do, and reflecting back on that last match, we're not going to make the same mistakes twice. And I think once we can confirm, we know what we did, we're going to take it in, but we're just going to put it behind us and make the next one better.
How much did the way ARC played the lanes and their rev rates kind of affect what you guys were going to do and ended up having to do? And then what do you look at going forward this afternoon?
I think the way they play in the lanes helped me, give me a little bit of a better look as to what I had to do. In the beginning of the match, I was a little it was strike, spare. But once I was able to get around it, kind of loop it kind of closer to what they do, it helped me, and I was able to bowl pretty good the last 5 games.
I was the lone lefty on the pair. But just knowing how this center plays and knowing in my abilities really helped in my shot making. And as soon as I ball changed especially, that was such a big moment, and that's when everything started to come together.
So you mentioned a ball change making an improvement. Are there any technical things that you might be able to address going into the second match of the day that could help you to improve and bounce back?
Our team has a lot of conversations about keeping each other grounded, and so we each have little keywords that we say to our teammates on the approach and even in the settee, just to help them reframe their mindset and help them clear their mind. And I think it's been really effective. Especially earlier, I had a couple teammates tell me my keyword, and it's really helped me reset.
Yeah, I agree. We all know how to keep each other in check, so we're all just looking out for each other. We want the best for each other, so I think just helping get everyone comfortable and letting them know we're behind them, it really helps everyone make their best shot.
All right, thank you, everybody. Good luck this afternoon.